What's up guys, Lou here, back with a brand new video, and today we've got something that I consider to be exciting. What's in front of me is maybe the greatest keyboard on the planet. I'll of course have to find out, but I owned the previous version of this. This of course is the DAS Keyboard Professional. This is the version number 4. On the previous one, you had a very similar look and feel, but this one has upgraded a few components and they slimmed it down as well. So it looks a little bit slicker and sleeker. In fact, I believe that they say this is the thinnest mechanical keyboard on the planet. So if you don't know about mechanical keyboards, I'll give you a quick little breakdown. These of course are keyboards that give you a tactile feedback. So when you click down on a key, you're getting a little bit of a resistance, and then in the case of blue switches like this one has, you're going to get a little noise and audio reference as well to let you know that you have successfully hit a key. And all this together means you're going to improve your typing, hopefully. Not for everybody, but for the vast majority of people, they can improve their typing, their speed, their accuracy, etc. And in this case, you can do it in a nice little package. I'll flip the box over real quick so you can at least see the back. You can see German engineered MX blue mechanical key switches. You can actually purchase this with MX brown switches as well. They're still going to be tactile, a little bit less clicky. So if noise is an issue for you, depending on what you do for work or where you're working, you may want to opt for the brown switches. I'll link both of them down in the description. Here you can see cutting edge design, premium materials. This one adds a super speed USB 3.0 hub, a long 6.6 foot cable. It has media controls, but then again, so did the last one, and a detachable foot bar ruler. This is kind of interesting. The little stand, you know, the part that puts your keyboard on an incline, in this particular case can be pulled off and can act as a ruler. That's kind of interesting. So it'll work with Windows, Linux, Chrome OS, and Mac computers, and requires one USB port. Enough about the box. Let's go ahead and take a closer look inside. Ooh. So the first thing I notice is the ruler portion. That is a legitimate ruler right there. Reminds me of being back in grade school. So I guess you can use this for drawing straight lines, or maybe you're into geometric artwork. I don't know what you're into. That's completely up to you. For me, it'll just be a kickstand, so I can get that healthy ergonomic incline on my keyboard. Ooh, very slick. Very, very slick. So I have, right now I'm using a keyboard with super stealth looking keys. And you can actually order this DAS keyboard in a stealth version as well. It's called the Ultimate. This one's called the Professional. These are etched keys, so of course you have all the characters that you might be looking for. I'm unfortunately not enough of a badass to have the completely blank Ultimate version, but the one that I'm using right now, it has a sort of close to stealth look, not a lot of contrast between the letters. And because it's not backlit, sometimes, I don't know, if I'm sitting back from the keyboard a little bit, I really wish it had more defined lettering as this one does here. So rather than have little feet that kick down, you have this ruler portion, and I assume it just fits in here. Oh, whoa, it's magnets. Oh, whoa, magnets. Love magnets. Anywhere you can put magnets, put magnets. That's my theory on life. No, not at all. I'm sure there are some bad places for magnets. Multimedia controls up on this side. First of all, very, very sturdy. I don't know what it's made out of, actually. I can't tell if that's plastic or aluminum. Feels like aluminum, actually. So very sturdy construction here. Yeah, I mean, that baby's not twisting very much at all. Up here, you have a volume wheel, which has little minuscule clicks to it. You have a play pause button, back, forward, a sound button to mute the sound, and what looks like a sleep button. I'll let you hear the keys really quick so you can distinguish if this is too loud for you. It is pretty loud. Spacebar is the loudest. Anyways, those are blue key switches, and they're essentially going to be that loud no matter which keyboard you order them on. Now, in my opinion, these are great key switches for accuracy, because having that audio feedback and that really distinguishable click means that you're not going to have mishaps quite as often and type the wrong key, then need to hit the backspace, etc. So accuracy is the name of the game here. And you know, full size keyboard as well. A lot of people are using slim, little tiny ones. You don't have full size arrow keys, which are very useful for professional applications, editing applications like I use. So overall, I look for a durable, robust keyboard. It's got to hold up to all of the tasks that I throw at it here in the new studio. So we also have a couple of USB ports at the top. And one nice thing here is that they're USB 3, well, that's of course nice, but also the location of them. Rather than having them on the side over here where they might interfere with your mouse, they are on the back of the device. I won't use them permanently, but it's nice to have extra USBs in this location, or anywhere for that matter. More USB, more happy people. There you have it, the DAS Keyboard Professional number 4, the DAS Keyboard 4 Professional, and I think it's a nice upgrade. The last one was glossy as well, which really attracted a lot of dust and fingerprints. This one has more of a matte finish, which I'm happy to see a lot of electronics manufacturers moving in that direction. The matte finish, generally speaking, looks better longer, at least in my opinion. Also, this magnetic ruler, kind of cool. Don't know if I'll use it, but I like magnets. And sometimes those little kickstands that you see on the back of your keyboard are pretty flimsy. So in this particular case, since it's one solid piece, it's probably not going to be as flimsy as those little kickstands, which sometimes can break off when you're moving it, etc. What's this? I don't know. Doesn't matter. As I said before, the DAS Keyboard 4 Professional, there is a version of this with brown key switches if that is more your cup of tea. As I mentioned, those links will be down in the description so you can check out both. These aren't cheap. But then again, professional level, top tier stuff never is. And of course, you're paying more money for limited returns. You can type on any keyboard that's out there. But if you make a living using this baby right here, then it becomes a little bit easier to justify the cost. I'm gonna go test it out now, and it will probably likely become my daily driver. If you guys enjoyed this content, please make sure to leave a thumbs up down below. Thanks as always for watching. Leave a comment if you have a question. And I will catch you very shortly on the next episode. Later, guys.